when Superman was defeated by a squirrel. We begin at the Watchtower. Superman, Luthor, and Flash are discussing what to do about Sinestro. The Yellow Lantern is aware of why they don't trust him. The reason he came to this place is because he and Superman are alike. But Superman must know that he's on his side. That's why he came, to warn him about the Guardians. He's here because he sees much of Superman in himself. His loss, his motives, his cause, and the arrogance of others trying to undo everything he's built, just like they once did to him. There's something else they need to know. He allowed himself to be kept in the cell so they would trust him. The truth is they can't contain him. Luthor says that's impossible. He designed that cell himself. Nothing should be able to escape from it. Sinestro tells him he has no idea what he's capable of. He could kill him with a single thought. Flash steps in front of Sinestro, saying he could take him down faster. Sinestro tells Lex Luthor that he is afraid. Then there's only one way forward. He will surrender his fear. Right now, he's giving up the power of fear. The Guardians are only Guardians by name. They let his planet and his parents die. How many other civilizations did they let perish? How many times did they choose death over life? He is no longer a good man. But when the time comes, Superman will need him. And together, they'll put an end to all of this on planet OA. Meanwhile, Hal Jordan is having a meeting with the Guardians. They are truly concerned about what Superman might do. So concerned, in fact, that they've summoned every Green Lantern in the universe. Hal Jordan asks Kilowog what's going on. Kilowog tells him they're forming a squad of lanterns to head to Earth. The Guardians want Superman arrested and brought to them for judgment. Jordan says Superman is doing what's best for Earth. If they think for 1 second that he's going to help them, they're wrong. Kilowog says no, they already know Jordan won't help. He argued on Hal's behalf, but they didn't trust him with this mission. He's sorry, but he's going to have to ask for Hal's ring until this is over. Hal asks if they really expect him to stand by and let them attack his planet. Kilowog tells him not to be stupid. At that moment, Hal finds himself surrounded by the entire green-clad space police. Well, either way, he's not going to just sit there. Hal begins attacking them using the power of his ring. This creates a small distraction, giving him the chance to escape. Kilowog, his nose bloodied, tells his fellow Lanterns to stop him. The Guardians had feared this all along. They're not going to let someone wielding this power escape the planet. They cannot allow him to warn Superman. They act swiftly and create a barrier to prevent Hal Jordan from leaving planet OA. Once he's stopped, the rest of the Green Lanterns arrive to restrain him with glowing binds. John Stewart tells him it's over. Hal Jordan must stop fighting. Hal argues that Superman is saving lives. He's saving their world. They can't let the Guardians go through with this. Kilowog punches him hard. Hal wants to keep fighting and demands to be released. Ganthet says no. He's trying to provoke them. They must not let arrogance overrule reason. This has to end. Hal mocks him, saying exactly, listen to your puppet master. Hit the helpless. Be a hero. Ganthet gets angry and tells Kilowog to do it. He must end this. Green Lantern Kilowog punches Hal again, then orders John Stewart to remove his ring. They must lock him up. The rest of the Green Lanterns are to go with Kilowog. They're going to bring Superman to planet OA. Shortly after the Guardians leave, John Stewart remains behind on OA. Surprisingly, he approaches Hal Jordan's cell to set him free. He wants them to get as far away from the Guardians as possible before they notice they're gone. John Stewart fully trusts Superman. Confronting him was just an act. Back on Earth, Superman has been gathering some of his team. The reason is that they've learned the Green Lanterns are on their way. And what exactly do they want? They're looking for Superman. Kilowog stands in front of him. The Guardians want to speak with him on OA. The Man of Steel tells him he's doing very important work here. He's not leaving. Kilowog has orders to take him and would really prefer if he came along peacefully. Hawkgirl asks where Hal Jordan is. Kilowog says nothing. Superman contacts Cyborg. Victor tells him they've got them. If that's the case, Earth is clear down below. He has orders to fire immediately. From space, Cyborg launches a powerful attack against the Green Lanterns. The strike may have been strong, but there's still a question. Can Superman confirm the Green Lanterns are down? Unfortunately for them, he can't. The Green Lanterns rise again and begin their counterattack. Superman tells Kilowog this is all stupid. He can't be hit with a thought-based weapon. He moves faster than thought itself. Kilowog tells him that's lucky because they already thought of that. You see, they actually can touch him. Suddenly, the Man of Steel is taken down by a squirrel. Superman can't believe it. Kilowog finds it amusing. It's always the same with the overpowered types. They expect big things to come at them, but they never account for the small ones. Sure, it's small, but it can also think small. Right now, it's thinking so small that it's preventing the synapses in Superman's brain from firing. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, Sinestro knows the Green Lanterns are here. Superman will undoubtedly need his help. Luthor tells him he's not letting him out. Sinestro sees it clearly now. Luthor is ambitious. He wants Superman to fail. He wants this world for himself. The entire Green Lantern Corps is coming, and Luthor's dream for this planet is going to die. The Yellow Lantern can stop them, unless Luthor doesn't want that. In light of this, Lex Luthor releases him and returns his yellow ring. Back in a battle with the Green Lanterns, Kilowog tells Superman it's over. But what about Shazam and Hawkgirl? Kilowog says they'll take them. The Guardians will decide what to do with them. Now the Squirrel can keep Superman's brain shut down until they arrive at OA. Suddenly, something happens to the Squirrel. Blood starts coming out from the middle of his head. He's been hit by a yellow energy spike. The one responsible, Sinestro. Sinestro tells Kilowog not to look at him like that. He did him a favor. He always looked ridiculous fighting alongside a squirrel. The battle resumes, and Kendra along with Shazam manage to escape the energy bubble. Multiple Green Lanterns try to stop Superman. Hal Jordan and John Stewart arrive on the battlefield and are surprised to see Sinestro. John asks Sinestro what he's doing here. Hal tells him to try stopping the fight. They can ask questions later, but John doesn't listen. He goes after Sinestro, while Hal tries to prevent Superman and Kilowog from tearing each other apart. Kilowog is about to punch Superman when Hal intervenes and stops him with his ring. He asks him to stand down. Sinestro and his Corps agree. He needs to surrender. This battle has no real purpose anymore. Hal Jordan doesn't understand what's going on. Sinestro tells him not to worry. None of them are against Superman. Clark asks what all of this is about. The Yellow Lantern says this is how you win a war. And now, it's time to fight big. The number of Sinestro Corps members is overwhelming. The Green Lanterns begin to feel fear. In response, Kilowog asks everyone to stop fighting. They need to listen. They can't keep fighting. They surrender. Everything will be fine. They're finished here. He only asks that they be allowed to take their wounded and their dead. Right now, they're going back to OA. Sinestro steps in and says no. Hal Jordan doesn't know what he's doing here, but he doesn't have the authority to make that call. Sinestro tells Superman they can't allow them to report back to OA. He knows that if they let them go, they'll return with reinforcements. Superman agrees. They already know what must be done. They have to exterminate them right now. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm TJ Prime, and see you in the next video.